We were watching Sally Jesse Raphael, and she did a thing on her show in which a girl had a crush on a guy, and the guy didn't know it. And so they went to the guy and they said, somebody has a crush on you. We're not going to tell you who it is, but will you come on television? And it was magical. There were two wonderful times in Infatuation. The whole idea is, I come to you as, I say, I have a crush on this girl, and she doesn't know it, and I want them to know about it. So you go to the girl and you say, somebody has a crush on you. Will you come on this TV? And so you hide the girl. She can't hear anything. And now I say, she's wonderful. I see her in Starbucks every morning. She has no idea I exist, but I have a crush on her. I'd love to take her out. Now, the person has no idea who has the crush on them. So we say, well, let's bring her out right now. Out comes the girl. She sees the guy, and she goes, oh, my God. Okay, that's one great moment right there. You can tell whether she's happy or sad about it. Then they sit and talk. I understand you meet Starbucks. Yeah. Okay, well, why don't you say to her what you want to say? I see you every morning, and you're just beautiful. I was just wondering, will you go out with me? And at that point, that person has to say yes or no. So that's the other great moment there. I thought it was a very funny show, and it lasted for a little while. We had a guy sue us. We had a guy, this elderly lady came to us and said, I have a crush on this guy I met on a movie set. But he doesn't know I have the crush on him. Come to find out that they were a couple of extras on a movie, and she was about 60-some years old, and he was about 30-some years old. And during a break, he took her out in the car and made love to her in the car, okay? Thinking that no one would ever know in the whole world. So we go to him and we said, there's a lady that has a crush on you, and would you like to come on television? Well, yeah, you know, testosterone kicked in. So we talked to the lady, and we went out in the car, and we made love and everything, and I just fell in love with him. I think he's wonderful, and I want to continue the relationship. Let's bring him out right now. Up comes the thing, out walks the guy, and he goes, oh my gosh, because he didn't know anybody would ever know about it. So we sit down, and I say, well, I understand you guys had this little thing at the movie set. And he said, I don't like this, you know. So she said, well, would you go out with me? And he said, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. So now he sues us. He sues us because we have violated his masculinity, okay? And we settled out of court this way, that we would not play that show in Los Angeles where he lived, but we played it over the rest of the country.
And he settled for those terms?
He settled for those terms, yeah.
It's a very unusual format for a show, too.
It's a good format, though. You know, and I think it's an ambush format. The way we should do it is we walk into a beauty parlor and we say, "Hi, Marianne. I just want you to know that there's somebody who has a crush on you. Are you ready to meet him?" And you bring the guy out. And I think it's an ambush show. Really, it should be that way. I think it's pretty funny.
And could probably work again today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It could work again today. My partner, Michael Hill, was the most creative individual I've ever met in my life. He was way ahead of the industry, though. He did a reality show back in the 90s called About Last Night, where you photograph a dinner. This takes place when people don't know each other, but they end up with each other kind of thing. And he came up with Infatuation, and he came up with All-Star Secrets, and he was just the most creative guy, and is. But he was well ahead of the industry, really.